So I had a conversation with a man today, and it kind of encouraged this video because the reality is I want to talk about the single most common lie men in sexless marriages tell themselves. Not just others, because they don't talk about it with others. They don't admit to being in a sexless marriage, but the lie they tell themselves. And understand, there is a clock ticking on healing a sexless marriage. Statistically, after 5 years, not that you can't heal it, but it is highly unlikely. Okay? So that means you better start working on it in the first year or two. Okay? You get past the 3-year point, your odds are going down, down, down. Okay? So this is something that you don't want to ignore. You don't want to keep putting off addressing. Okay. But the number one lie that men tell themselves about sexless marriage is that everything else in the relationship is great. Here's what I know from 6+ years of talking to men. Nothing is great about that relationship. Because a sexless marriage occurs when there's no connection and there's no intimacy. Okay? And that's what men really want. So a lot of times the wife is rude. The wife may or may not have issues, whether it's bipolar or what have you, how she treats the kids. I know of one case, the man isn't pushing for divorce yet. What his wife does constitutes abuse. The way she screams at the kids constantly, screams at him, has meltdowns, doesn't emotionally regulate. Yet he doesn't do anything. Now, that's not a situation, but when I talk to a man and say everything else is great, I go, oh yeah, how often do you do this? Do you do that? Do you go out on dates? Well, no, I don't do that. They don't do anything together. And then sooner or later when they relax, they'll be honest about she's often not pleasant to be around. And he's not doing anything to make himself happy, so he's with an unhappy partner who is making the kids miserable, making him miserable. But everything would be fine if we were having sex. No, it wouldn't. And then there's the other dirty little question we have to ask sometimes when men are wanting to save their marriage when there's a divorce crisis. Do you even like her? Because a lot of times they don't. And she's not likable. But they think that divorce will cause more damage to the kids than staying together will, which again, another lie men tell themselves, okay? The reality is exposing your kids 100% of the time to an abusive parent isn't good for them. The divorce at least gives them a break 50% of the time. I've got a client who his kid said, well, you're the fun dad. Now, here's the irony. The other parent, the mom, is the one who takes him constantly to Disney. Does all this big stuff. What he does, he hangs out with them. He's fully present with them. He does things with them. Doesn't spend a ton of money doing it, but he'll go to the pool in the summer with them. He'll play games at, when they're over for his week. So, stop lying to yourself, men. Okay? If your relationship is sexless, yeah, there's the 1 in 100 exception. Your relationship is far from fine, far from good. And you need to start working on yourself to change that and see if you can lead her to a version 2.0 or free yourself from what's not working and overcome that fear. All right? Catch you later, guys. My contact information is down below. Hit the subscribe button if you hadn't, and we'll see you next time.